Hello, you. Welcome to Makeup University. Double dog dare you to name that greeting. You know what day it is. It is Wine Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today. Actually, hold on. This is not an earthquake. I'm just gonna scoot your boop right in a little bit more. Is that? Sorry. Let me. As you know, studio's never quite gotten put back together here, but it is a work in process. And oh, this is Judy's shirt. Thank you, Judy. So in quarantine life, these are my Passover wines. Tomorrow is the final day of Passover, and I'm getting ready to go to the store and pick out a little something for Passover celebrations tomorrow. My church is doing a big Passover party, just kind of like, you know, the last day. And my mom is pushing hard for the Josh. And I do like Josh wines. I know it tends to be in the $11 to $15 range. And I like to keep it at $10 and under. So before we get into all the chit chat, this was the original Passover celebration Easter wine I had. I had a beautiful pot roast seared with butter and garlic, some heirloom potato and bacon wrapped asparagus. So good. Happy Easter. This right here is called Windstorm. It's a 2017 red wine blend from California. It is bottled, cellared. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Not sick. Bottled and cellared in Kelseyville, California. Okay, I have to say, honestly, 1000%, I picked this out because of the label. I saw this beautiful whirlwind of music notes, or I thought, what an amazing funnel of music notes. And even if can you see that? There's notes all over the cork. And so everything that they do marketing wise, to be like, oh, some people just pick it from the label. Yes, I just felt like this was a prophetic bottle. Windstorm. And even as they spell wind, it is a music note. And I just feel strongly that we're in such a time of something new. New song, new sound, new purpose, new destiny. Everything new. Like I know we're having the whole quarantine thing, but again, as a musical reference, I feel like it has been about a selah, which is a pause. I feel like this whole quarantine time has been a cognitive dissonance, like, you know, like a weird, if the day and the time was a sound, it would be like, when you hear horror film soundtrack, a lot of time it's a dissonant sound. And I feel like that's what we're going through. But I think the selah is coming to an end rapidly. And that increased sense to just be prepared to launch. Not start again, but I just feel like launch. And I am so ready and so excited for it. So I know this is a Wine Wednesday video. As we're going forward, I need to go pick something up today. I'm going to go in just a moment. And Windstorm, I loved the label. I'm probably going to save this bottle. And in the back, how did it drink? It was a blend. Like, I don't want to say anything bad, but I do want to say that the Windstorm was a good middle of the road California blend. Was it? No, it was good. It wasn't great. Like, oh, what a palette, what a finish. But overall, I really liked it and I would buy it again. It was from the grocery outlet and it was like $5. I'm here to tell you right now, quarantine life, as I'm waiting for income. Oh, all those applications for the aid. Yeah, help me. So anywho, I'm just ready for the launch, and until budget comes back, like I know I got budget coming in, I won't be buying those $10 bottles. I'm buying the 5, which is where this comes in. Delatori Chianti. This one is an Italian wine. By the way, both of these were 13% alcohol. This is a long, notable history of providing esteemed wines from Italy's most renowned vineyards. So, true story. This was $5 at the grocery outlet. This was $9 at Ralph's. Ralph's in general, with their good produce, they're just more expensive like everybody else. So if you saw the other video where I tried the Vital Proteins collagen water, white peach tea, whoa. The Vital Proteins video, I tried their collagen water. I liked it. I would buy it again. It was almost $4, and I liked it. It was a little tart. It tasted fresh, tart, and tangy, not sweet and syrupy, and I liked it. So go check out that Vital Proteins video. And I got it at the Ralph's. I was doing my last minute shopping for Easter. I got stuck buying the matzah that was the gluten-free, salt-free, twice as expensive as like plain old Manischewitz brand. And that's okay, because I still had matzah and wine to take communion with. And there have been times I had to take communion with cookies and milk. So as tomorrow is coming up, today is Wine Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday, April 16th, and it's going to be the final day of Passover. And for those of you who have never even given a second thought about the Easter season or Lenten season or Holy Week or Passover, and you're like, Peeps, candy, hollow chocolate bunnies, it's always the gross, cheap chocolate. You need a good, solid bunny, usually made by Dove. And I don't know if they make it in dark chocolate, and that's a totally bunny trail. Sorry. Okay. My point was, tomorrow's a really special day. And I know we're here to talk about wine. I just really want to encourage you that tomorrow, like going into tonight, getting ready for tomorrow, it is a good time, no matter where you are at on the spiritual spectrum, wherever you are at, Buju, Catholic, Christian, Jewish, atheist, whatever you got going, Jedi, I encourage you to just pull aside tonight, get yourself a yellow tablet, maybe use notes in your phone. I don't, because it asks for so many permissions and I'm paranoid. I really encourage you, pull aside tonight, quiet your heart, and just as if you were making New Year's resolutions, I encourage you, pull aside and really consciously set an intention for post-quarantine life. I'm just saying, many a millionaire, possibly in this time frame, billionaire, many a millionaire was made during the Great Depression. Somebody chose to look and look again. Like if you like your Bible stories and you remember that they're going to sacrifice his kid and he's taking him up the mountain, and then at that moment he feels he has a knower. Like I would say that God spoke to him and was like, thank you for your heart, that you would give up this thing that I gave you that you've wanted for so long. I'm not going to ask you to sacrifice your son. Look again. And then he did. And there was a ram in the thicket, which obviously wasn't there before. And then he looked again, and there it was. Point of my story. Coming out of quarantine life, which I'm here to tell you, I think we're days, maybe a week away. Definitely by the end of the month. I just encourage you. Boy, this got heavy, didn't it? It's supposed to be about wine, which is fun. But my point is, look and look again. Pull aside tonight. The timing is very key. If you take a pizza out of the oven too early, it's kind of raw. If you leave it in the oven too long, it gets burnt. But if you are watching the timing for something to be prepared and you pull that pizza out of the oven at just the right time, it's amazing and delicious. That's exactly where you're at. And maybe you put in a pan of biscuits or a cake. Think of it that way. If you put in a cake and it goes into the pause or the oven and it is there and you take it out too early, well then it's raw. Can't eat it. But if you leave it in there too long, then it's burnt. Can't eat it. Or if you did, it would taste bad and it wouldn't bring joy. But when you bring a cake out of the oven at just the right moment and it's warm and golden and sweet and satisfying and delicious and it brings joy, please think of that as tonight. That you know, oh, there's the pay. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. You're okay. Oh, you're the best barker. She's bored. I saw the time. I got to wrap this up. My point with the pizza analogy or the cake analogy is that you guys are right now this evening going into tomorrow. You are just on the precipice of seeing the timer on your cake in the oven and be like, oh, it's almost time. I want to be ready to take the cake out, meaning I need to be ready to have hot mitts to pull it out in a cooling rack. And after it cools, I need a dish to transfer it to. And then I need to frost it. And then I'm going to slice it. And then I'm going to serve it. All of those little steps can translate into the preparation that you could, if you choose to, be doing, like the Dagobah system that Luke had to do the work to prepare to be a Jedi to be able to wield the lightsaber. Okay? I love how I've got like several analogies going for self-growth in a Wine Wednesday video. Bear with me. Bear with me. Point being, tonight until tomorrow, don't even worry about what time it is in Israel. Just worry about where you are right now in this Wednesday. Maybe you're going to get some wine and pull aside tonight, for sure by tomorrow night, and you are going to sit down with whatever tool you take notes with, your personal journal, maybe like Doogie Howser, you just put it straight into the computer. I just encourage you to please, for your own sake, set aside time and set your intentions, because this selah, this pause, it's getting ready to have the ding, ready to come out. And what are your next steps? So I just encourage you, please. And really those deep secret heart's desires, which was so funny to have this wine come to me. We never even talk about my musical background. We never talk about it. It's like Voldemort. Just kidding. The point being, Windstorm was so good. I'm going to bring up one more doodah here, speaking of music. And I guess one of these days we'll go down that trail together. Why don't we? One of these days we will go down that trail. I am bringing something up. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to show it to you. And then while we wait for that, the Delatorre Chianti, this is a funny story, and that is, sorry, I had to set the thing up on the phone. I'm not a big Chianti drinker to begin with. Chiantis are always just a really great table wine, and it's not first on my list. It's not last on my list. But over a month ago, good friend, Board Puppy Productions, in town for winning an award. I mean, she's amazing. And we were having a great visit. Universal, the beach. We're so tired. Long story short, we end up back at her hotel and we're just going to visit, but we're exhausted. So we had stopped at the Ralph's in downtown LA and picked up frozen burritos, the kind that are $1 a piece, and then a bottle of, I let her pick the wine. She doesn't really like red wine, but she's the dearest of friend. So even though she's not a red wine drinker, she's really a vodka drinker. I'm not really a vodka drinker. My friend picks up a bottle of Chianti, and it was the Da Vinci Chianti. And I don't have the bottle, but I know I shared that with you guys. The Da Vinci Chianti was really good, and it paired so well with the frozen burrito. And I highly recommend. Good friend, good wine, nice frozen burrito. Okay, that's enough. So both of these wines, I recommend. They were good. Thumbs up. We will talk about music stuff in another video, not today, but I am loving this YouTube channel, and I'm going to go over just so you can see it. Speaking of music, can you see that? Gun drummer. This young man does a beautiful meld of his passion for music as a drummer, along with his passion for working the range with his weapons. If you need a little joy in your day, watch that young man and his talent. And this got long, and that's not lace, that's, let me just tell you the truth. So you're like, oh, where's your silver sparkles? I had to put box color on because I had 1 month solid root gray, and it was a big mishmash. And I know they say don't use box color, and I had to, but I have an itchy scalp after doing it, like all over. So I'm like, I don't think I have a full allergic reaction. And I did take a Benadryl, though it itches. You know what that means. Nothing good. Okay, this got long. I just want you guys to know this Wine Wednesday, I encourage you, reset your intentions. These wines were good. Reset your intentions, because this selah, this pause, it's about to come off. And you can choose if you were going to be, I sound like Ed Milet, you're going to max out your life. You're going to be the horse in the, like the Kentucky Derby, how all the horses are in the gate. And if you'll notice, that gate kind of slowly moves to keep the horses warmed up and moving. You mark my words. Mark my words, you guys. Today traditionally would have been tax day. Wednesday, April 15th, 2020 to April 16th. This is a time to reset your intentions and your goals going forward. 2020 is going to be the greatest, best year of your life if you choose to be ready to do it. Okay, Judy, thank you for the shirt. That's a bunny trail for another time, that since I've been in quarantine and laying on the couch and just eating and watching TV, every shirt I own, except this one, which is Judy's, has like a stain below the chin, above the boob. Like, too much information. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sherilyn. This is Makeup University. And remember, you look really gorgeous today.